Hey everybody, it's Randall Cottrell again, and I am making this final video for about the pitch competition stuff. So we talked about preparation, we talked about practice, we talked about slides, we talked about delivery, we talked about the judges' questions, and lastly, I'm going to talk about just the overall experience and my takeaways from it. So the biggest thing I learned from it was what to do next with the business. Mind-blowing feedback. Like when your industry tells you to do something that's going to benefit them and make you money, I'd take that advice. It was powerful. I mean, people came up to me and they were like, Randall, we like this and this. They didn't even ask about the other stuff. They were like, but we could use that right now. When can we sign up? I've learned to listen to that type of advice. I'm not saying that everything is right and everything people say is right, but what I'm saying is if you're wondering what to do and you submit your idea or that strategy for feedback and receive it, I would consider it as legit feedback. So anyhow, the experience for me, it was humbling. Definitely. I learned a lot about how confident I thought I was. Guys, let me tell you something. When I was on that stage, I was nervous. I was so nervous. It was crazy. I was so nervous. Like, it was just, oh my God, I was so nervous. And I was trying to be strong and be confident, but you got lights on you, you got crowds sitting there, and I'm trying to deliver a very rehearsed, very practiced, and see, hopefully polished pitch. Not the same as just talking through something. So that's another takeaway for me is I've learned that I'm better at pitching something by talking people through it, not orating, like really delivering this hard-hitting punch. Another takeaway for me is I learned what to give people, like what to pitch them. They want to hear what they want to hear. Now, if you have something they want to hear, don't give them anything else that doesn't support what they want to hear. Give them what they want to hear. Just give them what they want to hear. All right. So, takeaways for me, just to go on. You never really know what it's like until you're up there, until you're doing it. So don't assume anything. Watching Shark Tank is not necessarily the answer that'll teach you how to pitch. Don't assume you know anything. Like, just go and be natural and be knowledgeable. Not to ramble on. I'm gonna wrap this up, but the experience for me was definitely humbling. I learned a lot. I also learned something really cool. A friend of mine told me, once you get done, stop and savor the moment. And I was trying to recall exactly what he said. But he said, stop and savor the moment. After you get done with the pitch, savor it. I didn't know to savor it at first, so I just kind of was like, okay, I did it. Now, what next? What do I need to do next? I didn't pause and just enjoy. Pitching is hard work. Pitching is stressful on the mind and on your emotions. So savor it. Savor the victory, savor the moment, savor everything about it. But lastly, and probably the most important thing that I got from the pitch competition, from my experience, my takeaway, I'm sure we've heard it before. I know it's probably cliche, but for me, the biggest thing was in this moment of talking and in presenting, focus on actually listening. Look at the crowd, look at the judges, read your audience, read the feedback. When you get done and you're off stage or you're away from the customer and they're asking, there's more questions, more discovery with you, focus on listening. Like when you pitch, listen at the same time. I know it sounds impossible, But when you're talking to people, listen to people at the same time. They're speaking to you even though it's not verbal. You're talking and they're listening, but their eyes are doing stuff. Their mouth is doing stuff. They're smiling, they're frowning. Oh, what's he saying? Listen while you talk. Sounds strange, but the cues they give you will tell you a ton about where you're at and what you're doing, if it makes sense. Anyhow, guys, thanks for watching the video. I am drinking hot tea and out of a really cool tiny glass, and I'm savoring the moment right now. Have a great day. Happy 4th of July as well.